We all are the Buddhism. We all are Buddhists. We practice the Buddhist until we are born. So, how much do you understand about the Buddhism? How much do you know what the Buddha taught people about? Our Cambodia societies as following. Number one, Buddha said, be yourself to do some things. In this case, maybe some people confuse that. How can I speak English? Is this not because of my if I myself don't come to study, do I speak English? Even those half a Deva teacher come from the heavens to teach me, but I just stay still in my bed. Scroll Facebook up and down. So do I speak English? Exactly not, right? The Buddha said, if you grow mango tree, you surely got mango tree. But if you don't even grow mango tree, how can you get the mango? Buy it from the market? Yeah, you surely can buy it from the market. But what can you buy in the market? You need money. How can you get the money? You need to work. So it means that everything depends on yourself. If we are learner, know that everything depends on ourselves. Should we still ask Tarabung Krinyung to pass the exam instead of studying hard? Therefore, to develop our society, can lazy people develop our society? Exactly not. So to develop the society by the teaching of the Buddha, we must be struggle, we must be active people to develop our society. And don't waste your time, because your time is not only the money. Your time is your life. If you are lost your time, it means you are lost your life. Number two, Buddhism teach people to be a good leader. As we all know, the 10 ways that the Buddha taught people to be a good leaders. And to develop the society, the people have to have good, healthy, and capable. The Buddha said, risk showing is really important to develop our societies. $2.50 can buy a cup of Amazon coffees. In a month, you just don't drink for a day, then do a donation to many foundations in our countries. By this small action, you can help many thousands of our Cambodian people, especially to Kontewapa Hospital, to Kontewapa Foundations. You can help thousands of our new generation for our future, for our country to develop. You see, this is really, really important. Moreover, wealthy people is the main point to develop the societies. So if they just take this Sangha Dharma to practice, it will help our society a lot. For the real example is the governor of National Bank, His Excellency Chia Chanto and Lok Chamtio Khiusina, which led by Venerable Dr. Yon Sinh Yet to build this huge building in order to provide our Cambodian people to have a chance to continue studying in university, especially for people who doesn't have enough money to pay price in the high price universities. By this way, Buddhism play a very, very important role to educate our people by providing education to all people without discrimination, skin color, which social they are from, or what religion they are practice. To sum up my topics, Buddhism can teach us to develop our society a lot, but we ourselves don't cut the Dharma to practice in daily life. So from now on, I suggest you that be active people, be a good leader, to take Sangha Dhamma to practice in your daily life in order to develop our society. And to develop the society, start from ourselves, start from individual people. So we must build ourselves in order to build our country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venerable, for giving us a very meaningful presentation on the topic of the role of Buddhism in developing Cambodian society. So my question is, one part you mentioned Buddhism have taught us how to be a good leader, right? Do you have any proof or evidence to show if more Buddhism have taught us to be a good leader? So do you think that everyone can be a good leader by following the Buddha teaching?
So thank you so much for your good questions. As the example, actually, the leader that I know the most is Venerable B.E.C. The one of 10 way that the Buddha taught people to be a good leader is Dana. I mean that to provide the people everything. Like this child, he provide me a chance to be a public speaker in this public speaking contest. So it means that he developed his students to have a chance to be a good speaker in the future. So by this way, I think that he is the great leader for our university in order to provide people education. Thank you.
That's enough. Fine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So next we have contestant number 3, Venerable Yokjet from Kampong Chhnam, please come to take up your topic. The topic is significance of Buddhist education.
First of all, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharmas, judgment, vulnerable, and judge's teacher. I respect vulnerable in the class. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I come up on the stage to explain and I take up the topics is the significance to our Buddhist education in Cambodia. Buddha is said goodness spring good result. Sin bring bad result. We know the meaning. And Buddhism focus on the action. The activity, the good idea, and to do the everything, yes, benefits, and provide the main idea, provide the experience to other, and Buddhism takes the sin, sin 5. One, do not kill. Do not kill the lie. Lie of the long lie. Because if you to do lie, suffering, you get the not good. Second, the people you cannot to do still other the people other property the people. 3, expand the cannot rip or resisting other the people. Why? 4, don't lie, not to do the guilt and yes. One more, number 5, you cannot drink alcohol. You cannot to use the alcohol, not good. You got it. You to do lose friend, lose the goal, lose the line. The Buddha sets focus 3 points. The Buddha takes the one sin. You can to do the practice is practice to do the everything in the life. And 4, 2, you can catch the meditation. Meditation, education, the past, the mind focus, the way you can find true peace. Wisdom. Wisdom is the people should have the good brain, good idea, to be thinking and become citizen. Summarize, Buddhism to take the about the education, the find out the peace and find out the on the way good one. In your life, go of the future. Body, you can control it. You cannot control, you cannot keep, you cannot sing it. It's your own. Buddhism to take the good, the thinking to do the something because you cannot think you got it, you get out of suffering. Thank you for listening to me.
Yeah. Very good actually. You are very brave to present your topic, and please listen carefully to our judge will ask the question, and hopefully you will answer very well. Okay, please. Come on.
Thank you so much, Venerable Presidents of Church, and thank you so much, Venerable Sir, for your presentation about the significance of Buddhist education in Cambodia. It's really important topic to discuss and to present and to share knowledge to community people, community society. And in your presentation, you mentioned about the 5 precepts. Probably some of the audience are not yet clear what you want to say, what you want to mention about the 5 precepts. So kindly please restate it. Say it again. What is the 5 precepts? What is the mention the right 5 precepts in English? Please, Venerable Sir.
I understand. So, yeah. Moral 5, because all the in the world, the people, you can catch ears, the practice in the in the way, and you can keep ears and to enough to be in a brew and to do better your life. Every to take you cannot the rule, you cannot the success.
Okay, thank you, Verbal. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, what's your name? What's your name?
Sorry, yeah.
What's your name? Right, Chumapa? You too.
My name is Chet.
Okay, thank you.
And
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, judges and Vanessa. And the topic is the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia. The time is yours.
First and foremost, I would love to pay my deeply gratitude to the Triple Gym and respect to the most vulnerable Samdai, Dr. Kisavan Ratana, acting as Vice Director of President Raja Buddhist University in Phnom Penh, and respect to the most vulnerable Visovijia, President of President Raja Buddhist University in Battambang, and to honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. My name is Chen Jiwa, the senior student of President Raja Buddhist University Battambang branch. And today, I am so privileged that I have a great opportunity standing in front of all of you and presenting about one topic that goes by the word, the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia. So, if we talk about the Buddhism is originated from India and now considered as one of the largest religions with around 506 million Buddhist followers around the world. And also, Buddhism has arrived in Cambodia since at least the 3rd century BC. So since then, Buddhism played an important role in promoting Cambodian prosperity and prestige by conserving the Khmer literacy, tradition, culture, and also pointing out the way for Cambodian citizens to attain the happiness by observing the Buddha's teaching. So seeing the vitality of the Buddhism to Khmer people, the found that Buddhism is really important for Khmer people. But what are the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia? Ladies and gentlemen, after having done the research, I come up with 3 main points relating to the topic, the role of Buddhism in peace building in our society. So the first point is that the role of Buddhism for reconciliation, and the second is Buddhism for inner peace, and the last one is Buddhism for promoting human rights. To point number 1 is that Buddhism for reconciliation. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that our country has experienced through the complexity of good and bad circumstances, and our people have been badly suffered from war, genocide, and especially in the Pol Pot regime that caused more than 1 million people die of starvation, torture, and also overwork. So, even this regime has gone in 1979, but it doesn't mean that our country has 100% peace at all. Because, there's still violence almost everywhere in our country between Khmer and Khmer. So that's why Buddhist Yatra or Peace Walk that was led by Samdech Brahmavihara Kosananda that started from 1992 to 1997. So there are 6 times of the peace pilgrimage happened in our society after the Khmer regime, right? So the first peace walk is that to heal, and also to heal the Khmer people from the tragedy that they have missed in the previous regimes, and also to bring them back to live in Cambodia. And the second is to encourage the Khmer people to overcome the fear of political issues and use their right to vote. And the third is to cease the fire between the Khmer troops and government troops at Bailan province. The fourth is to stop the landmine consumption in our society. And the fifth is to stop the deforestation in Cambodia. And the sixth is to cease the fire between Khmer Rouge and government troops, and also to encourage the Khmer people to forgive to the Khmer Rouge troops who realized their mistake. To point number 2 is that Buddhism for inner peace. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Ministry of Culture and Religion, approximately 95% of the Khmer people are Buddhists. And Buddhism, through the Buddha teachings, also teach people not to do bad deeds, to do good deeds, and also to purify their mind. So this is mean that Buddhism teach the people to create peace in their mind, especially for all the practitioners, to the ability to calm and take over control their feeling in order to stay in a peaceful mind. So that's why in Cambodia we have one of the biggest meditation centers that located in Kanda province that we call Vipassana Buddhist Meditation Center of Kingdom of Cambodia. Luckily in Battambang we also have one of the meditation center that's located in Trungmon mountains that we call Tamlatika. That this meditation center the purpose of this meditation center is to promote the Battambang living in peace and have the peaceful mind. Also for human need. Ladies and gentlemen, like clothes, food, shelter, and also to support for the sickness. No one will create peace at all because when he or she staying in starvation, have no shelter and getting sick all the time. The last thing is that for the safety. The safety is also defined as a key element for creating peace in ourselves because you will not feel peace at all because there is still thieves and also chaotic situation in the society as well as the place where you live. So point number 3 is the role of Buddhism in promoting human rights. According to the Universal Declarations, on human rights in 1948, defined that people should deserve their right and freedom. For example, like the right to life, the right on commons, and the right to have their own property. So this is really matched to what Buddha had taught to his followers for a long time ago, that we, as the Buddhist followers, as well as the Khmer people, the living things, and also not to steal someone else's property, not to commit the sexual misconduct, and not telling lies to someone else, and the last one is not to drink the alcohol. So if you are observing the 5 precepts, meaning you are playing an important role in peace building in our society, especially through the nation reconciliation, and also to cultivate the Khmer people to live with inner peace, and also to promote the human right in order to make Khmer people live with harmony and show their compassion to each other. So that's why some like Brahmavihara said that great compassion can make a peaceful heart make a peaceful person make a peaceful family make a peaceful community make a peaceful nation, and a peaceful nation make a peaceful world. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I heard you say this very quickly, so I wanted to hear it from you again, but could you repeat how Buddhism promotes safety in Cambodia?
It's mean that, people are all human beings, live in this world. We need peace, as well as the health protection and also the mental protections. So that's why Buddhism, meaning in order to shelter and also accommodation and also the medical care. So you will not feel peace at all because you're getting sick all the time and you live in starvations. And one more thing is that for the inner peace, with this you can practice with the meditation practice in order to take over control your feeling, to stay calm, in order to feel peace. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for your present. I have a question to ask you. Just a small question.
Yes.
Okay. Why the Buddhism have very important to building the peace in Cambodia?
Yes, thank you so much. That's such a very remarkable question. As we know that Buddhism has arrived in Cambodia since the 3rd century, and Buddhism also play an important role in peace building in Cambodia because the principle of the Buddhism is to bring peace, to make people live in peace. So that's why in 1992 to 1997, that's after the Khmer Rouge regime, our country has so many chaotic situations because at that time the Khmer Rouge regimes, the Khmer Rouge troops fight again with the government troops almost in everywhere. So that's why in order to bring peace, Samdech Brahmavihara he led the Dharma Yatra or peace walk, yes, to teach people about the first of line state, meaning to show the compassion, and also to have the loving kindness or equanimity, and also to have the sympathetic joys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your excellent speech. So next up we have Venerable Yoli Hyung from Kampong Chhnang. Please come and get the topic. The topic is the role of Buddhism promoting social morality.
First of all, I would like to take the refuge Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I would like to praise Venerable Samdaj Dr. Kiswan Ratana, judges, Venerable monk, teacher, student, all participants. Allow me introduce my background. I am John Lee Hyung. I am in Year 3 Prasehanuraj, Kampong Chhnang branch. Today I'm here. The presentation, my topic, the role of Buddhism promoting social morality. Social morality is
Look at me, look at me.
Thank you, sorry.
That's fine, Venerable. Do your best, okay? Just say something.
No, no, sorry.
Venerable, what is social morality? How you understand it? Social morality? សីលធម៌សង្គមយ៉ាងម៉េចដែរ Venerable, what's your name?
My name is John Lee Hyung.
Okay, and where is your hometown? You from Kampong Chhnang or
Yeah.
the birthplace? Kampong Chhnang, right? And how many brothers and sisters you have in family? Brother and sister?
3 sister brother, 1 sister and 1 brother.
Okay, and why you become a monk? What is your purpose? Why you become a monk? Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Đây vẫn đang bán này, vẫn đang.
Thank you so much. Next up we have Mr. Nao Chandara from Phnom Penh. Please take your topic. The topic is the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia. Your stage is yours.
First of all, I would like to pay my higher respect to His Eminence Samdai Brahmavihara Dr. Kisawan Ratana, Acting Rector of Prasai Buddhist University. My great respect to almost venerable judges, professors, dear fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. It is such great honor to be here of the great candidates in the really amazing event, English Public Speaking Contest. My name is Nojandara. I am a student from Prasai Buddhist University main campus. Today it's my great privilege to present the topic, the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia. So, before going deeply into the topic, I would like to define the term peace. According to the Oxford Dictionary, peace is the tranquility or the freedom from disturbance. So the whole meaning of the topic refer to the role of Buddhism in development, the tranquility and freedom from disturbance in Cambodia. So that, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, Buddhism regards peace as in a state of mental tranquility which spread outward. Ascertaining a state of inner peace could be an inspiration to all people to live in harmony and unification. Especially, most Buddhists are committed to non-violence and to helping those who are suffering. One more thing, we can see that the Buddha also resolved conflict in non-violent way by perform the Dharma at Rohini River in India. So now look back into Cambodia. What is the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia? So that, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen. After having done research, I would like to come up with 3 important points to support my topics. First is the concept of non-violence. Second is the concept of patience and loving kindness. Third is the national reconciliation. So now let us see about the first point is the concept of non-violence. Non-violence is the personal practice of not causing harm to others and under any condition, under any condition. In the Buddhism, the basis of non-violence is the 5 precepts, which are refrain from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and intoxication. So by following these 5 precepts, you will be able to get rid of suffering and avoid causing others to suffer. Another piece activities to build the concept of non-violence is the Dharmayatra. As the example, we can see Samdai Premahakosananda is the first Cambodian monk. Began the Dharmayatra in Cambodia for peace, non-violence, and reconciliation. Among those, there was a Dharmayatra passing the fighting area between Khmer Rouge and government troops. Especially during the time, Samdai also performed Dharma during fighting area in 1994 in order to end the civil war in Cambodia, which attended by 2,000 people. Besides សម្ដេចព្រះមហាកុសនណ្ឌៈ there is another person who is the Mr. Henry Janda who are trying hard to spread the concept of peace among those peace, especially Cambodian people. Through the book he designed, the Prabhat Thomak, the concept of this book gives hope to all people to do good deeds together, to be able to live in peacefully. Some that, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, now let us move to the second point is the concept of patience and loving kindness. The idea of patience and loving kindness inspired to all Cambodia to take a peaceful stand with forgiveness in order to grow the seeds of compassion and loving kindness. As during the civil war in Cambodia, being without being patient and loving kindness to all disputing parties, Samdai Premahakosananda might not request to sustain the fighting for a while to allow the Dharma Yadra to cross the battlefield toward the Palan area. Samdai, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, during more important of the Prabhat Kosananda, he also performed the Dharma with great peace of mind. While there are many audience since come with Samdai and Samdai spread that the individual's peace of mind make the world peaceful. He said, in this here we can see there are many Khmer heroes are there to sacrifice even their life to bring peace to all people. As we can see, it's about the many sacrifications of Samdai Premahakosananda who always set an example in peace and the spreading compassion. Samdai, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen. Now let us move to the last but surely not least is the national reconciliation. So what is the reconciliation? Reconciliation is the process of two people or groups in conflict agreeing to amend or to come to truth. Now we look back in Cambodia, in the process of reconciliation, in the process of national reconciliation, there are many formal and informal that organized by the disputed parties to reach a mutual agreement, to end the war, such as the informal meeting in Jakarta, Indonesia in 1988, the meeting in Pyongyang, North Korea, and the formal meeting in Paris, in France, were all attended by the Buddhist monk. Some that, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen. All in all, the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia, there are three important points. First, and the third is the national reconciliation. So, at the end of my speech, as the quote of Samdai Premahakosananda, the suffering of Cambodia has been deep. From this suffering comes great compassion. Great compassion make a peaceful heart. A peaceful heart make a peaceful person. A peaceful person make a peaceful family. A peaceful family make a peaceful community. A peaceful community make a peaceful nation. And a peaceful nation make a peaceful world. May all kind attention.
Okay, thank you very much for your delivering a deep understanding about the peace building in Cambodia regarding to the experience of the Buddhist monk, and boss, and first step to develop the concept of the new and paradigm of the Buddhism peace building in South Asia. I have one question to ask you that how can you explain the interconnection between peace and social economic development in Cambodia through Buddhism? You understand?
Excuse me, could you repeat your question again, please?
Can you explain about the interconnection interrelation between peace and economic development on behalf of rule of Buddhism in Cambodia? What is the connection between peace and economic development?
Thank you for your correct question. The connection of peace and economic development is solely when one society how peaceful, the economics will be grow well because all people live in harmony and no fighting, no steal. As we can see, it's about the concept of non-violence is the 5 precepts that teach by the Buddha to make the people avoid from the bad attitude, bad action. So when the people they are know what is right that they need to do, surely the
Okay, why peace building is so important for our Cambodia country?
Thank you for your fair question. Sorry, please could you repeat your question again?
Why peace building is so important for our country?
Thank you. Peace building is where improve all our Cambodian people to live in peace. And as you can see about the many reconciliation in Cambodia is come from the peace building of the Buddha, of the Buddhist monk in Cambodia also. So it's really important in Cambodia. If don't have the peace building, how could we have achieve peace as we have today? Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, judges and contestants. It was very interesting. So the next, may I invite Ms. Pek Chansupani to pick up the topic, please, from Phnom Penh. Sorry, from Kampong Chhnang. It is the role of Buddhism in promoting social morality.
Firstly, I like to respect to Samdai Dr. Kisavan Ratana, all judges, lecturer, student, and ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. My name is Pawi. I'm from the Kampong Chhnang province, and today I'm really honored to be a contestant in the speaking contest. And in the Buddhism is a really main religion, and in Cambodia, the constitution is said the Buddhism to be the state religion since the 13th century. As of 2013, there is 97.6% of the population is Buddhist. So now I'd like to present you to know about the topic that I want to talk today is about the role of Buddhism in promoting social morality. To know more detail and in-depth interpretation, I want all of you guys to know about the meaning of the keyword in this topic. The keyword in this topic is morality. Morality is in the Oxford Dictionary, it's the mean that it is the principle concerning right and wrong or good and bad behavior. So the meaning of the topic is to talk about the role of Buddhism in promoting the social morality or to the social morality that to know about the wrong or the good or the bad behavior. Belief in Buddhism is an ancient belief that influenced the soul of Cambodian all and not Paris. And to support this topic, I have some main idea. The first is Buddhism have the role to educate the human. The Buddhism create a lot of school to get the opportunity for the many people can get the education. Just like example, this Prasehanari Buddhist Raja is give a lot of opportunity for this also for the vulnerable, also for the student that they don't have enough, just like it's the money to pay for the high price for the university. They had the high price, so they have opportunity to get the education just like the others. So they had come to study in the school that created by the Buddhism. And the Buddhism also the place that have the peace for all everyone come to just like come to cure their mind, because in the pagoda they have Dharma that makes the person, that educate the person to have the just like to have a good mind, good thinking, and to solve the problem by avoid to make violence. Yes, and also teach the people about, just like we say the Dharma, we talk about the 5 precepts that talk about the first, not killing animal. If killing animal is just a bad action, it's not good. If we did it, we'll make a mistake. And it's just for the speech of the Buddhists said that if we kill animal, we will go to the hell. And the second is not steal any person property. Ask me and all of you guys, if you had a property, you love it, you don't want to losing it. Imagine if you're losing it, how about you feel? You happy or you sad? Yeah, for me, I'm really sad, because even though it's not high value, it's not a thing that get a high value, but when I'm lose it, I'm feel really sad. So if someone come to steal it, I'm feel really, really sad. So I don't like anyone to stealing it. So the Buddhists teach us don't want to steal another positions. It's not good. The third is non-take articulating sexual misconduct, because you can make the other family stay in the unhappiness. You are come to steal the husband or the wife or the children of the other. It's not good. And number 4 is not telling lie. People, the speech is really important. So if your speech are not truth, you lie. So it's really difficult for you to communicate with each other. It's really difficult to work, really difficult to do anything, and everyone cannot confident on you. And the last is non-alcohol, because non-drink alcohol or drug. Alcohol is not good. If you drink it, it's not get effect for yourself. It also affect to the other, and also for the thing that don't have life. Just like example, you drink a lot of alcohol and you're dry on the road. Imagine what happened. You maybe like give the effect on yourself to the other that also dry on the road, and also for just like something on the road, just like the banner or something on the road that don't have light but you affect it. And Buddhism create the pagoda, that is the place where all the people can celebrate the national festival and also the religion festival. And also the place for do the charity yes, to make a people to have a charity, to open their mind, to sharing with each other, to help each other. Yes, just like I have an example. I hope everyone must remember this little boy. But they don't have money. But he's really, I say, lucky because he have the venerable Hak Sienghai that he came to have them, to have opportunity to come to study like the other with the new clothes, the new shoe. And also, just like for this picture, you see, he also didn't have anything to put his vaccination card in that. Yes. But we have the Buddhism, and the Buddhism have the monk, and come to help the society. And also, this picture, there are many poor families that do not have enough, just like food or enough thing to use in the, just like in their life, in the everyday. So the pagoda, they have to just like have a program to send a gift to them, to have them to have a good life, and to live more trained for all people to get education, just like you see in this picture. Also for vulnerable and simple person, they also can get education. Just the really fair, that you get fair, that you can get education. Even though they are vulnerable or simple person, they also can get the knowledge from the pagoda, from the Buddhism. Okay, and in conclusion, the role of the Buddhism, the significance of Buddhism, the role of Buddhism in promoting social morality is really mindful, because Buddhism really have the society to all the people. Yes. The last, thank you all you guys for your session.
Thank you so much for your very interesting presentation concerning the role of Buddhism in promoting social morality. So I would like to ask a question. You have mentioned a lot about the role of Buddhism, especially the role of Buddhist monks in helping and promoting morality in our country, Cambodia. So I would like to ask you to present in your own experience and your own knowledge, what is the biggest issue concerning social morality that Cambodia has been facing nowadays? Can you give example? What is the main bad issues concerning social morality in Cambodia? You get my question?
Yes, thank you, Venerable, for the very interesting question. Yes, nowadays the really bad issue that for the social morality nowadays, for my experience, I think that especially for the student, nowadays they don't have a good respect to the.
So you place attention on the respect, right?
Yes.
That becomes one of the biggest problem concerning social morality in Cambodia. So I would like to add one follow-up question. So how can Buddhism help to adjust or improve this quality of being respect? How can we Cambodian people apply the Buddha's teaching in promoting respect? How can we train people to do more respect?
Yes, thank you for the next question. About this, I think that Buddhism should announcement, just like create the book or create the program and take the student or all people to join that and make some activity or to tell them how to get a good respect and what you get back when you have a good respect. And what will you be if you have a good respect in your body? That's all my section.
Thank you. That was awesome. And to further, I would like to invite Ms. Hon Panya from Phnom Penh to pick up the topic, please. The topic is the role of parents in raising children to be a good citizens.
Eminent Samdaj Brahmavihara Yubung, Dr. Kiswan Ratana, Acting Rector of Brahmavihara Buddhist University. My respect to most venerables, judges, professors, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hon Panya. I'm from Brahmavihara Buddhist University main campus. Today, it's such a great privilege for me to be given a chance to present a topic on the role of Buddhism in raising children to be good citizens. Before going deep to the topic, please let me define a keyword, good citizen. Good citizen refers to a person who does good deeds through the three actions, which are do good bodily actions, good verbal actions, and good mental actions. So the full topic here means the role of parents in raising children to be good people in the society by the good actions. So, Samdaj, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, getting married is a kind of very natural thing for people. Moreover, having sons or daughters Moreover, having sons or daughter is what every parent or couples need. More importantly, having sons or daughter is the intention of every couple or parents. More importantly, how to educate their children to be good citizens in the society is what many parents are concerning. So before going deep to the So here I would like to raise three important points to support my topic, which is number one, the responsibility of nourishing. The responsibility of nourishing children is very basic for life because why it is so basic? Yes, of course, it's absolutely basic because everybody have to eat every day during their life. So without food, how can you survive, right? Anyway, nourishing is the process of provide food to give more strength to support physical and mental health to the children. According to the Article 47 of the Constitutional Law of the Kingdom of Cambodia, 1993, have stated that parents are obligated to raise, nurture, and educate their children to be good citizens. So it is so clearly that parents must provide food and every other support to support their children, both mental and physical. As in Buddhism, in Singaloka Sutta, Singaloka Sutta, there are 5 duties of parents, which is number 1, to abstain children from evil. Number 2, encourage them to do good things. And number 3, to train for the profession. Number 4, to arrange the suitable marriage for the children. And the number 5, to hand over their inheritance. So that, venerable judges, professors, ladies and gentlemen, please let me move to the second point to support this meaningful topic. The second point is the 4 Brahmavihara Dharmas, or the 4 sublime states. So here, the 4 Brahmavihara Dharmas are the excellent and sublime. They are the right attitude to all human beings. Parents here must understand, and actually you can see that parents have already the 4 sublime states in their mind or in their heart. So here, parents' role must educate or advise their children to follow the 4 Brahmavihara Dharmas. Here, so what are the 4 Brahmavihara Dharmas, or the 4 sublime states? The 4 sublime states here are 1, metta, or loving kindness. Number 2 is karuna, or compassion. And number 3 is mudita, or sympathetic joy. And number 4 is upekha, or equanimity. Here, the 4 Brahmavihara Dharma are the great tension removers for everybody. If you practice 4 Brahmavihara Dharmas in your daily life. Let's move to the third point to support my topic, is the role of parents in guidance and counseling. Everybody, so that, venerable judges, professors, ladies and gentlemen, parents are the first guidance and very important. Parents are the first guidance and counselor to their children. They always show their good gesture, their good behavior, their good mention, their good heart to their children. So anyway, they sacrifice everything in their life to support their children, like food, wealth, time, both physical and mental strength to support their children in life. As in Buddhism, there are 4 means to accomplishment, which is Atibattha Bun. The four accomplishments are 1, the desire. Number 2, the effort. Number 3 is consciousness. And number 4 is research. So here the 4 Atibattha, parents can teach their children to follow this, to be good people in the society. So here, as I have raised the 3 main points above, parents play an important role in raising children to be good citizens in the society. They sacrifice many things in their life, even until the last breath of them. As we are their children, so you have to follow our parents' advice, and moreover, we have to follow the Buddhist teaching. And last but not least, I strongly believe that by applying the 3 main points that I addressed above, children would become the good child in their family, good person in the society, the children will become the good person, good child, and the good person in the society. So here we may come to the last and the end of my presentation. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your warm speech. I wanted to ask you, according to your perspective, what does it mean to be a good citizen in Cambodia?
Thank you, Judge. The question is, what is that mean that to be a good citizen in Cambodia? So to be a good citizen in Cambodia, the first, you have to follow your parents' advice. Actually, as I have mentioned above, parents always has already the 4 Brahmavihara Dharmas. And you have to know what are the 4 Brahmavihara Dharmas. And then you can apply this Buddha teaching in your life to be good person in the society by doing the good actions, which are 3 good verbal actions, good bodily action, and good mental action.
You know, some parents, they rely on the school. They said the teacher have very much time to educate their children. So the parents, they don't need to teach their children in the good way. So how you think it? The parent only rely on the school, or they themselves have to teach the children?
Thank you, most venerable, for your question. So here, as if we are parent or maybe parents are here, many parents in Cambodia sometimes they think that this is the duty of school to educate their children to be good citizens, to know everything. But actually, the first person in the world for children are parents. Parents guide them everything since they were born, and even their behavior every day can affect their children's mind, their children's thinking very much. So as we take example in another countries, many developed countries, they educate their children to be strong personality with confidence, compassion, good kindness to everybody around the world. So actually, I don't think that it is only just school to educate their children, but the main thing is their parents.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Thank you so much, judges, and contestant number 8. It was very great. And in order to continue our contest, I would like to invite contestant number 9 from Phnom Penh as well, Ms. Chel Thavan. The topic is the significance of Buddhist education in Cambodia.
First of all, I would like to pay my respect to His Eminence Brahmavihara, acting daughter, acting rector of President Buddhist University. Good morning. My name is Chel Thaban. I am a sophomore in English literature faculty of Pali, Sanskrit, and foreign languages. My great respect to the more venerable judges, candidates, dear fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a great honor to be one of the great contestants event English public speaking contest. Today, it is a privilege for me to present a topic, the topic is the significance of Buddhist education in Cambodia. Yes, all right. The significance of Buddhism is very important for Cambodian society because the significance is very important rules and everybody always take rule of Buddhism to practice of them. So, what is the significance of Buddhist education in Cambodia? For this reason, I have three important points. The first point is the human resources development. As you have known, the human resources development is very important for Cambodian society because everybody that such as author, leader, speaker, and other things, they always study in the monastery to provide a lot of meditation, kindness from the monk. Monk is very important role to provide many things, such as good thing, keep in mind, surety the mind too. In addition, the human resources always develops our mind to control our mind. Everybody took ourselves to development. For example, of the human resources development in Cambodian society, always want a lot of people that have ability to learn and ability, or we could say clever, well, because I always saw in the Cambodian society one many of the people. When of the people have ability, good barriers, it can improve our society to get better. Yes, about the second point is social and cultural development. Social is the word of living with people and animals in Cambodian society. And anyway, the social and cultural development, for example, cultural development is, for example, is the term of art, the Buddha, of the monks always go to my village to praise the Buddha, and a lot of my friends go to India to listen a lot of Dharma and show a document of the Buddha too. Anyway, my friend and my family go to India too because they believe the Buddhism very much. For the first is you reap what you sow, and you reap what you sow is always catch my mind, and I always tell my brothers or sister, you can accept of violence of you can accept of Buddhism because Buddhism always provide to make good thing in the future life. And the last one is the morality development. As you can know, in the Cambodian society have three levels. The first point is the primary school, secondary school, and Buddhist university school. And 3 level is very amazing and very bad, important too. Why I say this? Because you see that in Cambodia has 3 level too. Also in the in other society, they always have 3 level too. Anyway, for example, too, the morality of my family is good deed. And anyway, in my sample high school, one day have Venerable Hak Sienghai to pray the Dharma in my sample high school. Yes. I always remember of you. Yes. And I always accept of your teaching me, and my mind is very amazing. Yes. Yes. And Venerable Hak Sienghai always provide a lot of things to me, and my mind is very fruity. Yes. To conclude my speech, I read about the 3 important points in the human resources development, so to social and cultural development, and last point is moral development. If you follow the step that I read about, you can take it to improve your ability. One day you can find yourself too. Thank you, your kind person. Pay attention. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And you refer to me. Okay, so I got stuck already actually. Thank you. But don't wish to get much score. Okay, just mention my name, okay? As you are a Buddhist and you know the significance of Buddhism in Cambodian society, so you yourself, how you observe the Buddha's teaching and to make it as a role model for our Cambodian society.
Can you repeat the question again?
Okay, so
Yes.
I mean how you practice the Buddha's teaching to be the role model of our society.
The role of Buddhism?
Yeah, so what you practice the Buddha's teaching?
Yes, thank you for great question. In my opinion, I think that I am a Buddhist of Buddhism. The practice of the Buddhism for me is good deed. Because good deed, my parents always tell me that good deeds is very important for you. When others help me, you don't refuse of them. I can say that when I am a Buddhist, the first point is the practice of 5 precepts of Buddhism. Yes, because 5 precepts in Buddhism is very important role in Cambodian society. And my family always take 5 precepts to protect our family to be a good person in Cambodian. Yeah, thank you.
Good answer, good answer. You want that?
Thank you very much. your understanding about the role of the Buddhist education in Cambodia. You brief a little bit about the formal and function of the educational system in the Buddhism. But in fact, I want to ask you regarding to your actual experience and your observation, what good points that you learn from the Buddhist education?
Yeah, thank you for a great question. I always observe a Buddhist teaching, right? Yeah, the first point is I will notice that unwholesome and wholesome. And wholesome mean wholesome have 3 points in there. The first point is the verbal action through the mental action, and the 3 mental action. Yes, when in my house, yes, and help my sister to meditation too, because sometimes my neighbor always cloud the mind, so I always take the meditation of the Buddha to tell him. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tawan. And the next contestant is Ms. Chen Srei Lung from Kampong Chnang branch. Please come on stage and pick up the topic speaking. Your topic speaking is the role of parents in raising children to be good citizens. Please, the stage is yours. New experience. So, firstly, I would like to respect some Dr. Kisawan Ratana, judges, teacher, student, and all participants. So, good morning, everyone. Yes, how are you? Yes. Now, I am holding this topic, which is focused on the role of parents in raising children to be a good citizens. Yes. I am so happy to be here. Yes. This topic, the key word is good citizens. Good citizen is who a person is a high responsibility, good relationship, and a human resource. Yeah. So many parents hope their kid will learn to be a good citizen when they go to school. What do you think? Right now, yes. Right now, I have 3 points to speak to telling you. Yes. Number one, parent as a positive role model. Number two, parent provide education for children. And number three, parents should have inspire children, joining social worker, and teach children to face life courageously. So, let me ask you the first points. The first points. Sorry, please wait. Yes. The first point, parent as a positive role model. Right now, parent is an important. When parents holding their phone, every time, their children see them, and children is a play game every time. Right now, so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, parent as a role model for the children. For the children, parent is like a TV show. What they show, their kid repeat. And the second thing, number two, parents provide education for children. Parents yes. Parent education for children doesn't mean parents have a general education. It means parents should be education for children to a moralities, a good relationship, and respect to everyone in this space and learn from school. Yes, because parents, when children go to school, children live with teachers in the morning or in evening, but children live with parents every day and every time. Parents in an important role to teach children, and parents should be. If parents want to become their child to be a good citizen, or to be a good child, or to be a good student, parents should have a role model. Parents should have a good behavior. Parents should have a good speech and good relationship with another people. I know that parents raising children, it's not easy, but parents eventually can do it. And the number 3 points, I want to tell you about parents should inspire children joining social work and teach children a first life generously. So before I present about the 3 points, I just want to give you 4 examples and tell you about the little story. Yes. 10 years ago, there was a young girl who had been shot in the head. On her way back from school, that girl was at the age of 11 and gave a speech on keep girl in school. She is an invocation for girl education in Pakistan. She received support and inspiration from her father, who was teaching her in that time. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think this for her personal gain? No, right? It is not. She was brave and courageously knowing it could cost her safety because she wanted to see a girl continue to ball in school. The society where it has abundant in human resource. With the example have provided, she is not a good child, but also she is a good citizen. In 2014, courageous young girl received a Nobel Peace Prize. She is Malala. I know that Malala is I follow her on YouTube, and she is my idol because she have a yes she have a freedom and confidence to advocate girl to stay in school because in Pakistan not don't want to girl continue in school. So and the last but least, parents should be teach your child to face life courageously. For example, for me, my mother have a good child for me. She don't care when I to study at province, when I study at Phnom Penh. Yes, she don't care me because she want to see me flying. Yeah, because I have a confidence because she yes, yeah, I can fly, and I have a confidence by myself because my mother and my father is died in 2012. Oh, sorry, it's 2012. Okay, when my father died, I get up. Oh, sorry, I stand up by myself. Yes, I work hard when I was young. I work in the shop. I have a. I remember that when I study at grade 7, I want to buy bicycle, but I'm not money. When I try to find money. So should be, for example, me. I want to tell all of you. Parents should be teach children to face life courageously. Let them to understand of life. Because oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is my new experience and the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for giving us a very meaningful and joyful speech. You give us a lot of information, and right now I'd like to ask you one question. Supposing that the parent roles were not assumed very well, or if the parent ignore their role to raise the children, so what would be the effects or consequences to their children? Effects or consequences to their children. Okay, if parents ignore their role to raise the children,
Yes.
so what would be the bad effect or consequences to the children?
Okay, thank you for good question. For me, when parents equate the raising children, yeah, I know that children need parent. Parent is important for children. So when children live with another different parent, so when they give I know that children need parents so much. See, they don't need another live with parent. For example, my new pap live with my mother. If my mother give him for new bicycle or a new many money, but my new have need dear mother. Yeah. He want to live with his mother. Thank you.
That's all. Thank you.
That's
Good.
all.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much, Miss Thavan.
So I would like to thank all the parents in the world to raising children to be a good citizen. It's not easy to be raising children, but eventually they can do it. Thank you.
Why you don't speak at the very beginning? Yes. The last one.
So for the next contestant, I would like to invite Venerable Kong Sinin from SBU Main Campus Phnom Penh to come on stage and pick up a topic speaking. Your topic speaking is the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia. Yes, the stage is yours.
First of all, I would like to pay my high respect to His Eminence Samdech Brahmavihara Yung Dr. Kisawan Ratana, Acting Rector of Pasanaraj Buddhist University, the most venerable branch manager, all most venerable judges, professors, dear fellow students, contestants, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. My name is Kong Sinin. I am junior major in English literature from the Faculty of Pali Sanskrit and Foreign Languages, the main campus. Today, it is a truly privilege for me to be given a chance to present you one single topic, the role of Buddhism in peace building in Cambodia. Samdech, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, before jumping into the very deeply topic, I'd like to firstly define the term Buddhism. So what does it mean, Buddhism? Buddhism is a spiritual development religion inside to build a peace or build a morality. Samdech, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, for this momentous occasion, I'd like to emphasize on three particular points to realize on the role of Buddhism in peace building. The first is the concept of non-violence. The second is the concept of patience and loving kindness. And the third is national reconciliation. Samdech, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, the first role of Buddhism in peace building is the concept of non-violence. As you can see in the ancient time, after the Pol Pot regime, our Cambodian society still have violence between the non-government and the Khmer Rouge. And in that time, as the His Holiness Samdai His Holiness Samdai Brahma Kosananda, he is the Buddhist monk who leads for pilgrimage to promote the peace for the people in Cambodia in that time. And about his purpose is to promote the non-violence, passion, loving kindness, mean to stop the Khmer Rouge to stop making violence or the killing each other. In this point, the Buddhism plays the most important role in peace building in that time, even though there are just a few monks who are become a monk, but and as the one more thing, that is our His Holiness Samdai, the leader of our religions, they join with the negotiation in the peace building. And about the non-violence, the concept of the Buddhist is related to the 5 precepts, as the first precept is not killing or harming others. You see, the first precept is really plays the most important role in our society. If one society, there are many violence or killing each other, how can we live? How can we stay in peace or safe? It must be stay in with the fear, with the afraid every time, every single days. Sometimes, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, let's move to the second is the concept of patience and loving kindness. The concept of loving kindness is the most important for the human being. Like we have to share the love or share the compassion through the 4 sublime states as the Buddha's taught. The first is metta, it means the compassion. We have to share the compassion. Like metta is like a loving kindness. We have to share the kindness living to each other. And the second is karuna, means compassion. It means we don't make this violence or doing something harm or bad thing to each other. And the mudita, it means empathy, joy. We have to be grateful or happy when the other one is like, for example, if anyone who is richer than others, we have to be happy, but don't feel like jealous or wanting something or wanting those property. And the last is upekha, it means equanimity. The Buddhism leads or educate the people with the equanimity. I mean, like we love each other as we love each other as a sibling. And some Dutch venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, let's move to the national reconciliation. As you see, in the ancient time, most Cambodian monks were in trip shooting to join the national reconciliation, where they meant to solve the national problem, with the very complicated moment after the Pol Pot regime have failed. And especially our Buddhist leaders, as His Holiness Samdai Tewong Samdai Bukri, His Holiness Brahma Kosananda, and His Holiness Mahamongkul Tipacha Sum, mean both fourth of them, even though they don't sitting or the meeting join where they like the peace agreement, but they associate, they persuade the Khmer's leaders, as the most vulnerable man said to the Mr. Kyusampon. I mean, like he requests to stop making violence because we are the same blood, we are Khmer. So that is the Buddhism contributed with the national conciliation. And furthermore, as you see that nowadays, Buddhism is still plays the most important in peace building, according to like the most vulnerable who is like doing the propaganda with the morality or the Dharma of the Buddha's teaching. I mean, it is like the action that is to build the peace or build the peace building in our nation or our country. And through the Dharma preaching, or especially as you see, many monks, they go to the community to educate the people, especially for the young generation, to know about the value of peace building or the value of the Buddha's teaching as the Buddhism. And let's move, some Dutch, venerable judges, ladies and gentlemen, to summarize my speech, is the first is the concept of nonviolence, the second is concept of patience and loving kindness, and the last is reconciliation. These are the most important role that is the Buddhism did, even the past time or the present day, meant to build the peace building. To the end my speech, I'd like to thank you for your kind paying attention.
Hello. Thank you so much, Venerable, for your presentation about the roles of Buddhism in building peace in Cambodian society. In your presentation, you mentioned a lot about the history of the conflict in Cambodia, and also you mentioned about the Buddhist monk role in promoting peace building, and you raised example for His Holiness Mahagosananda as another activity as well. And the last of your presentation, you also mentioned about at the present moment, Buddhist monks still play an important role in peace building. So my question is, why? Because we already living in a peace society now. The war completely finished in 1998. And now the government also mentioned sanctuary peace, something like that. You already also know we're living in peace society and we are enjoying development now. So why we still doing peace education in community society at the present moment, and we continue to do it in the future as well? Why, please?
Thank you so much for your great question. Could you imagine that if one society have violence or the war, how could we live? So Buddhism still plays the most important role in peace building all the time, because the Buddhism is a peaceful religion or the morality religion. Without this, so we have to protect. Like the bad people happen every day, but if they don't have the monk activity or the religion activity, they will be produce more greedy, and the world will be the war of violence. How could we live in that time? So in this present day, Buddhism still plays, like still protect or still look at the, still educate people with the peace building through the Buddha's teaching. Like the four sublime state, it is really important for human living, of human being. Or the others with the three advice of the Buddha, mean don't do evil action, purify our mind, and do good thing. Yeah, thank you so much. That's all.
You, Honorable, you mentioned the life of Samdai Mahakosananda, and a very great monk, and it is the great monk for Cambodian monks. So, what you learn from the life of Mahakosananda yourself?
Thank you so much for your question. I myself have learned the most important thing. This word is simple, but it's priceless. About the loving, compassion and loving kindness. That is the base concept of him, or of His Holiness Mahakosananda. And even those the bad people or the good people, they need compassion or loving kindness also. For example, like one people, they do bad thing, or the most bad, the baddest people or person, but they still need compassion and loving kindness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, judges and Venerable. The next contestant is contestant number 12. From Battambon branch is Venerable Hyun Sokha. Please come and select your topic. And this is the last contestant of the morning session, and we will continue the rest in the afternoon. Okay, your topic is the significance of Buddhist education in Cambodia, please.
First of all, I would like to pay my homage to the fully enlightened one, the Dhamma and Sangha, and I would like to pay my high respect to Samdai Dr. Kiswaratana, the most venerable B.E.C. honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. My name is Hyun Sokha. I am very honored to be here to stay on the stage to present you the topic that goes by the words, the significance of Buddhism education in Cambodia. So after going to the topic, I would like to define you the word education. So according to its word dictionary, education means the process of teaching, training, learning, and especially in school, college, or university, and to improve knowledge development skill. So ladies and gentlemen, after having done research, I come up with 3 practical solutions. First is, the education of Cambodia is education that it provides. Buddhism can provide educational, like provide human rights and education children to be a good citizen, youth, and all Cambodian people. And especially, the Buddhists can change people to be impossible to be possible because of the education. So, ladies and gentlemen, like, you know, in education also, Buddhists also educated people to abide by the law, and also the arm of the Buddhists teach people to be wise and also intelligence, non-violence, and especially, as you know, you can look at the Buddhism also can teach people like to be spread the teaching of the Buddha, such as nowadays we can see that there are a lot of organizations associated with to teaching in the classroom, mean to like in primary school, secondary school, college, and university. So, ladies and gentlemen, moreover, Buddhism also will have a role important to keep Khmer literature, Khmer traditional, and also especially in the pagoda. So pagoda also have the role importance, as you know, like when you go to the temple, you can see something in the temple when it is it is the Khmer literature and Khmer national literature. So on the other hand, if you look at the past, such as Samdech Maha Sangri Chodanyan Arjuna, he is mostly his sacrifice in his life to build or to create a Khmer dictionary for the young generation. So right now, we can look in our front of us, such as Samdech and the most vulnerable. He also built a lot of human beings. So do you believe me or not? Yes. He also built a lot of human resources in our country and also university. Especially, he also provide like a scholarship in the 4 year. Yes. And on the other hand, secondly, Buddha also teach us about the value. So ladies and gentlemen, value it is very important for our life. And such as Nelson Mandela said that education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. So ladies and gentlemen, as the Buddha also teach people to be wisdom, kindness, patience, generosity, and the more especially is the 5 precepts or the 5 moral to be build and also educated people to be a good citizens. As you know, especially in Sankhya Sutta, also teach and the role or such as 5 wrong livelihood. So as you know, the 5 moral have the role important for our life and to be practiced in for all human beings. Such as if we think that if we practice in the 5 practice in our life, maybe if we're not taking life, we're not taking what is not given, we're not lying, not sexual misconduct, and not taking an intoxicant. So if the people don't taking life, it means the society have no violence. If the people have not taking the property, mean our society have no robbery. So if people don't lying, maybe we have not any doubt with each other. We always trust and be confident with each other. So one more is, if the people have not intoxicant, our society is full of happiness. Especially after Buddhism, we should teach and tell them or advertise them to be get away from the taking intoxicant. And teach them about to taking intoxicant, you have a lot of impact on your life. Such as, if the more you take intoxicant, the more you will lose your wealth. The more you take intoxicant, the more you will lose your health. The more you take intoxicant, the more you will have more violence. And one more thing is, the more you intoxicant, you will lose your intellectual and a lot of things in your life. There are a lot of impact. And so on the other hand, as we are Buddhists, we teach them to prepare or to avoid about this thing. And one more thing is, ladies and gentlemen, like Sankhya Sutta writes that we should be or not to get advice from the 5 wrong livelihood. As you know, 5 wrong livelihood means we should not trading of human being, and we should not selling of intoxicant, we should not selling of the poison, we should not selling of the mid, or the Westbound. That all of these things can kill all human beings. And the most important thing, the most important thing is the Buddhists also teach the five four sublime state. So the four sublime state, loving kindness, compassion, simplicity, joy, and equanimity. So all of these things really important, the heart of the teaching of the Buddha. And on the other hand, the Eightfold Noble Path is really important as well. That is, teach people to be a good right speech, right action, to be a good right livelihood, right mindfulness, right concentration, and right meditation in our life. So I strongly believe that what I mentioned about, like the significance of Buddhist education is really important and essential for our Cambodian lives. So even though Buddhism also educated people to abide by the law, to respect human rights, and to educate people to respect with each other, especially the young respect the old, the student respect the teacher, and the Buddhist monk also, Buddhist people also respect the Buddhist monk. So more and more, the last of Buddhist teaching, there are three kinds that is important. The three kinds is such as Sapapasa Akaranam, Kosala Sobasamata, Sakchata Parayatapanam, Etam Potana Sasanam. Which is mean that not do any evils and to do only good action to purify one mind, all of these things, the teaching of the Buddha. So thank you so much for your listening today.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Okay, and now I ask you your own idea. Okay, now the government of Cambodia have build a lot of school everywhere in Cambodia. Okay, why the Buddhist education still important in Cambodia? Yeah,
Yes.
Own idea.
Yes, thank you so much for your judges. The important things Buddhism really build like us, we can see in our eye, such as now the most vulnerable and also some like building our university. That is the important, they can't build all human resources in our country. Even those have no have no honorable here, maybe I have not today. I am become a countryside, so I can have and more ability to talk all of you today. So because I come from the human resource of Buddhism, so thank you so much.
So I want to ask you, what is the most important thing you believe you have learned through your Buddhist education, and how has it improved your life?
Yes, thank you so much, judges, for your interesting question. I have been learned the teaching of the Buddha a lot, especially I follow from the five morals, especially not taking life, such as no killing, no stealing, no lying, no sexual misconduct, and no drinking alcohol. And the most important thing is the teaching of the Buddha that I can learn is the Eightfold Noble Path, and Eightfold Noble Path is mean right understanding, right thought, right speak, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. So even though we cannot do it all, but we have to follow and try from the teaching of the Buddha. It is the heart of the teaching, and it is very important for our life. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, judges and venerable. So that is all for this morning, everyone. Before we going to have the lunch downstairs, I would like to inform you that you will be given this card for your lunch, and the lunch will be divided into two parts. The first part is for venerable monks, and the other part is for all participants. To be reminded, everyone, you have 2 hours and 15 minutes for break and have lunch, and then we will come back and continue our contest at 1:15. Please be early. Start by at 1, right? Thank you. Okay, we start at 1, right? Okay, thank you so much. I would like to invite all venerables and all participants go downstairs and rest and enjoy your lunch.